Turning to boys action, wow. What can you say about our awesome boys soccer team who has stunned the high school soccer world and who should have completed their 4th round of the high school playoffs by air date of this show? For a deeper look at our boys soccer team, we go now to Hawkeye News reporter Brady Sapp with a closer look at the road to state. Brady?
Brian, the talk around school lately has most certainly been about the Hawks soccer team. And why not? The group of men have raised the bar sky high in Red Oak soccer. We take a look now at how the Hawks have gotten to where they are today. The Hawks went into the playoffs as the second-place team District 9 4A soccer and opened up against a tough Thomas Jefferson Patriot squad at Lancaster. The Hawks would show they were for real as David Tennant and Aaron Godwin struck early and keeper Chris Lamb was once again outstanding in the shutout in the Hawks' 2-0 victory. The second round would be a classic battle of David versus Goliath as the unranked Hawks would go against the number 1 ranked team in the state, J.J. Pierce Mustangs, blanketing the Mustangs offense all night and throwing them into a state of panic. With 8:06 remaining in the first half, Daniel Lopez took a crossing pass from Mita Sparza and stung it in the net to take a 1-0 lead. It was obvious that Pierce was in disbelief as they had only given up 1 goal in their district games this season. Keeper Chris Lamb and the swarming defense led by Junior Kelly denied Pierce what looked to be several would-be shots on goal. And the final horn sounded. J.J. Pierce players could be seen laying all over the field as the Hawks celebrated the upset victory. The Dallas Morning News headline said it best in big bold letters: Red Oak upsets number 1 Richardson Pierce. The Hawks would find themselves in a battle of the underdogs as they would face off against a scrappy North Dallas team that had upset a highly ranked Highland Park Scots earlier in the week. The Hawks had no intentions of ending this history-making season as they once again took the field at Forrester Stadium. The game would be a heartstopper for the large Red Oak crowd as both teams showed just why they had made it this far. The horn would sound at the first half and the score was tied at 0-0. In the second half, North Dallas scored what looked to be a season-ending goal. The Hawks would continue to hustle all over the field, and with 2:56 left in the game, the Hawks were streaking for the goal when a penalty was called against North Dallas, setting up the offense leader of the team, Aaron Godwin, for a penalty kick. The kick was placed perfectly and the fans began to go nuts as the Hawks tied the game 1-1. In a wild turn of events, the fans stood in shock as the North Dallas players took a swing at the official who had called the penalty. The game was delayed for over 10 minutes. When play resumed, North Dallas would have to serve the penalty, leaving them shorthanded. In the first 10-minute overtime period, Daniel Lopez gave the Hawks their first lead of the night, and the score stayed at 2-1. With only minutes left in the game, North Dallas's Frankie Morales would show his team that they were not ready to fold and hit the game-tying goal and once again set up another overtime period. Both teams went scoreless with a great defense in the second overtime, and the game would eventually go to a shootout. The keepers were both outstanding in the shootout, but North Dallas could not beat the always steady Chris Lamb, who shut the door, setting up an all-important last shot that was nailed by sophomore Sean Smock to put the Hawks into the next round with a 3-2 victory. Chris Lamb once again was outstanding in the goal, but was not alone as Coach Guest called this a team victory. The Hawks are now set to face Kilgore in a semifinal round. We will bring you the results of this game and the results of the postseason in our April edition of Hawkeye News. Reporting from Red Oak High School, I'm Brady Sapp. Back to you, Brian.